but I actually like the flavor of olive oil, so I do a blend just because I think it tastes better. That's just my opinion, but my opinion is usually never wrong when it comes to food. Hi, I'm Chef Adrian Forte, author of Yawd, Modern Afro-Caribbean Cuisine, and executive chef at Lucia in Los Angeles. Today we're making fried plantains, not plantain, with a fermented Scotch bonnet hot sauce. First thing, you're gonna need plantains, but not just any plantains, you want the perfectly ripe plantains. So what I was taught by my grandmother is you wanna feel the firmness of the plantain, and also you're gonna look for spots. So as you can see, this plantain, the skin is almost like black, right? And there's little remnants of yellow still on the plantain. So you want it to be predominantly black, like the skin, but you want to also feel the firmness of it. So it's not too soft. So if the skin was entirely black, it would be an overripe plantain. And those are basically useless. You can want to use them for like banana bread or some sort of ice cream or dessert. But this is how you pick the perfect plantains, by the spots. This plantain, as you can see, there's more yellow than there is black. And the firmness is different. So you can see when I squeeze it, this is a little bit softer, this is a little bit more firm. Now these plantains, you could fry it, but it's gonna be more crispy because it has more starch, less sugars. These plantains are nice, they're supple, they're ripe, and they're sweet, and they're tender. So that's the difference, is when you're shopping for plantains, you wanna go for the ones that look more like me, like darker. Before we get to our plantains, we're gonna make our sauce for the plantains. I use Scotch bonnet peppers specifically, because I grew up eating Scotch bonnets, and it just brings like a nice floral note to any dish, and it's not as spicy as you would if you were to eat like a raw pepper. And for oil, I'm using a vegetable and olive oil blend. Reason being is olive oil has a lot of flavor. You can go neutral in your oil, but I actually like the flavor of olive oil, so I do a blend just because I think it tastes better. That's just my opinion, but my opinion is usually never wrong when it comes to food. And we're gonna start blending and slowly drizzle our oil in. Taking our time. It'll start to slowly emulsify. And the reaction between the blade, the speed of the fan. So right now we basically just have mayo. We're gonna add a little bit of cani. Actually, let's add all the cani because I like it hot. Just pulse it to get everything mixed in so I don't overwork it. Then I'm gonna let it run. You can put this on anything. You can put this on fries. You can put this on a burger. This on a burger goes crazy. Oh yeah. I think it needs more cani. All right, so, oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Cut both ends, and then I just score down the back, and I'm gonna peel it. So as you can see how soft that is, like my finger left an imprint. So that's how soft it should be. My finger left an imprint. And I'm not even trying to manhandle a plantain, I'm just gently peeling it. I want long, nice strands, so they're gonna fry evenly. So that's what we're going for. So my oil's good, and I do a little test fry. So that's my little test fry. Because these are so sweet and the sugar content's so high, this will burn very fast. Like most people who fry plantain know that, like, you know, you can't turn your back on plantain, they say. You know, I could turn to wash my hands, and by the time I come back, it's charred. This is why I do my test fry. So as my plantain is frying, I'm seeing how long it's taken to brown, and it kind of gives me an idea in my mind as to how much time I have. The reason why you don't want a low heat when you're frying plantains is you don't want it to absorb all that oil. So you see how it's doing that little dance? It's kind of just like, it looks like an inflatable in a pool. It's kind of like going around in circles. That tells me it's fried, but it hasn't given me the desired color I'm looking for yet. And the reason why I know it's fried is because all the moisture's been removed from the frying. That's why it's floating. It's no longer heavy, it's light, right? I'm looking for a nice gold, almost amber. I like to say it looks like gold bullion. That's how I want my plantain. But it looks good. And you see this start to puff up, right? Like swell up. That's the caramelization from the sugar. So plantain was actually one of the first dishes I've ever cooked. Growing up in Jamaica, going to high school there, my mom actually was a librarian at the high school I went to. So she would start work before me, and I'd have to make my own breakfast. So I used to make, so interesting, I'd fry plantain, and then I would have it as like a sandwich with like a fried egg, like an over easy egg, and I would like fry like hot dogs also. So I'd make like a hot dog sandwich with like fried plantain for some sweetness on just like hardo bread, and that was my breakfast, and that held me for like most of the day. It's a pretty heavy breakfast if you know anything about hardo bread. Yeah, that was plantain is literally one of the first things I learned how to cook. Imagine being like 12 or 13 around a stove with all this hot oil in a big Dutch oven frying plantains at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Insane. It's such a simple and humble dish, plantain, and I believe that universally, if you have plantain in your diet, doesn't matter if you're Afro-Latina, if you're from the Caribbean, or if you're from the continent of Africa, we're somehow connected. It's ancestral, right? So if you got plantain in your diet, we family. That's what I'm going for. Look at those bad boys. Like, come on, I mean, doesn't get no better. Nice big dollop sauce here. A little bit of salt, because you need salt. We call this our spice mix. It's a house-made blend that we do. It's kind of like our version of tahine. We're super connected. So this is hibiscus, but in the Caribbean we call it sorrel. It's just so many different cultures with the same ingredient, utilized in different ways. So this is, for me, this is what binds this dish together. There you have it.